What's going on, everybody? I'm Jory Goodman, the Time Teller. It's Friday, which means it's time for a T3 watch rant. So guys, you know how I feel about homage watches, but it doesn't stop you guys from constantly asking me about these homage companies. So today we're gonna be ranting about Parnis. Is Parnis worth the money, or again, are they just one of these kind of run-of-the-mill boring homage companies? Let's take a closer look. It's 11 a.m. on the button. Let's get down to business. Alright, so if I were to describe Parnis as a company to someone who wasn't familiar with them, I'd probably describe them as an homage company. I don't know how you could look past that. On their homepage of their website, there's immediately a Black Bay homage. Beneath that, there's a Daytona homage. Beneath that, there's a Panerai homage. And they also state to have 75 different collections, making up 2,100 different kinds of watches. Those are ridiculously high numbers. And guys, that should already kind of tip you off that something's a bit amiss. Like, don't get me wrong, other watch companies, produce a lot of watches. Other watch companies might even have enormous inventories, but they're not releasing all these watches at the same time. 75 collections and 2,100 different kinds of watches. Is their QC any good? Are they spending any time detailing these watches at all? Like, these are questions you have to ask yourself. Who's making these watches at these numbers, and are they spending any time on them? No pun intended, because watches tell time. Is this thing on? Now guys, the kind of funky things don't stop there. You're gonna find a few things on their website that kind of rubs you the wrong way. Under their mission section, they start off by claiming Swiss grade mechanical watches for 2% of their price. And then right under that very, very bold statement, they say, no marketing gimmicks. Aside from the constant ticker of supposedly real-time orders that are going on their site. I don't think that's actually what's happening, but that's what they want you to believe. I'm not kidding. When you go on their site, just wait a couple seconds and you'll see random orders popping up. It's really, really silly. Oh, and they also have a steady bombardment of pop-ups letting you know about this 15% coupon that's going on, but no marketing gimmicks. Aside from the 15% off coupon countdown timer at the bottom of the screen. No marketing gimmicks. None. And then below all of this, Parnis states 40% of Swiss-made watches are actually made in Asia. Now that's a misleading statement on top of a misleading statement. Here's what I mean. Now it's true, Swiss made doesn't necessarily mean 100% of that watch was made in Switzerland, but it also doesn't mean that 40% of the watch has to be made in Asia. That'd be silly. You see, Swiss made just means that at least 60% of the watch has to be made in Switzerland and only 40% of the watch can be made elsewhere. It doesn't stipulate that it has to be made in Asia. This is just very frustrating. Also, if Swiss watches are that bad and that silly, then why has Parnis dedicated their entire business to ripping off Swiss designs? They filled up an entire inventory, an entire 75 collections of 2,100 plus watches full of Swiss knockoff designs. Okay, let's take a look. So the first one that kind of jumps out to me is the Panerai homages. Okay, I've had a lot of people ask me about these Panerai homages, and I gotta say, they're just Panerai homages, guys. There's nothing special about these watches, okay? Like, some of them have date complications, some of them are automatic. They never stipulate, what kind of movement they have. It just says automatic movement. You're getting a few different Panerai collections here. You're getting some submersible looking ones. You're getting some Luminor Merino looking ones. You can get them with Parnis on the dial or just with a blank dial. Either way, it's just a knockoff Panerai. And who knows, these knockoff Panerais may be made better than some actual Panerais. I don't know. With the way Panerai is going, you might be able to send one of these Parnises into Panerai, and Panerai might service them for you. You gotta say, Panerai is slipping up there. And then there's the Professional Collection, which is a Black Bay homage, along with a ton of Rolex homages, pretty much GMT Master 2s. You know, you got Batman's, Cokes, Pepsis, and Daytonas. Now, the Daytonas are quartz. They don't stipulate what kind of movement it is. They say it's a mecha quartz, but they don't say which mecha quartz. And they also say that they have threaded chrono pushers, which is very Daytona. But yeah, just a bunch of, there's an Expedition 07, which is an Explorer homage. I'll put a picture up there. And then there's the Submarine 02, which is a Submariner homage. Oh, and then they have a Deep Sea homage named Deep Sea. Why do you do this? Why can't you just think up your own names? Why? But easily, the most egregious offender I've found on their website, full of 2,100 plus watches, is the Patek Philippe Nautilus homage called the Patek. I'm not kidding, guys, okay? This is exactly what's wrong with homage companies. This is why I hate homages. It's because they don't try hard at all, okay? They do as little as possible. They just skate by and they piggyback off designs from companies that they talk trash about. They've spent a whole page on their website, probably multiple pages, talking about how Swiss watches are stupid, and then they fill their inventory up with just Swiss watch ripoffs. It's very frustrating. So the Patek, you're gonna name a Patek Philippe homage the Patek. If that doesn't make you feel kind of sick, I mean, come on. Try harder, Parnis. I mean, I thought the Bathing Ape Bapex was bad, and now we see a Parnis Patek homage named a Patek. I don't know. I don't like this company's practices. I definitely don't like these companies' products. So I will not recommend Parnis to any of my viewers. Rant over. Alright guys, well I hope this T3 watch rant helped you. I hope it, educated you a bit about these homage brands. I know a lot of you guys ask me about Parnis. I'm not a fan, if you couldn't tell. But let me know what you think. Do you have any experience with these watches? Leave me a comment. I would love to hear from you. And if you want to support the channel, of course, click the subscribe button. If you want to go above and beyond, then click the link in the description below and check out the Time Teller shop. We got watches, watch accessories like watch straps, watch winders, watch toolkits. It's the one-stop shop for the watch collector like you. So what are you waiting for? Subscribe, shop at the Time Teller shop, like, comment, subscribe, share this with everyone you can. I'm Jory Goodman, the Time Teller, and always remember, I didn't invent time. I just tell it. Real quick, if you enjoyed this episode, then do not worry, the fun doesn't need to stop here. Check out these recommended episodes that are going to be popping up on the screen anytime now. Also, take a moment, check out my brand new channel, the Time Away channel. It's where I talk about everything outside of the watch world, some of my other collections, some of my other hobbies. And if you're not interested in any of that, don't worry, just stay right here and I will see you right here. Because I never leave. I am trapped inside of this camera. Rant done.